Grundy up top, sophomore probing, finds a man in the corner. It's St. Hilaire who drills a three, and he had his pocket pick. Williams just too quick, goes around him to the hole. Right-hand scooper is good. Zigriello on the baseline, draws attention, frees up Brewer. High arcing three, up and in. Bounce pass ahead, St. Hilaire has left checked it. Can a chance for the lead. Back door to Lacey, score it. His pass picked off. Brander, cat quick, the freshman to the tin with a nice finish. On the bank attempt, Grudinski stays with it. Three-pointer now by Galamaga. Three-pointer block. Santa Suoso comes down with it, sends it up the floor, and then Sullivan throws it down. Fawcett steps into a long two, up and in. O'Connell, guarded by Zimmerman, deep on the far wing, steps into a long two and drills it. Trying to shake off Morelli into the lane. Backdoor from Bedford. There's the layup. 4 seconds, timeout with a cut. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Bedford. Nick and Astis with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire's coverage of the 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament presented by Beals Insurance. The Bedford Bulldogs on their home floor gunning for a trip to the semifinals. On the other side, the Trinity Pioneers, a young squad with a lot of talent, also looking to make the trip to Oyster River in the semifinals next week. Both these teams 2-0 in the postseason. The Pioneers, no problem with either Concord or Manchester Memorial in the round one and preliminary rounds. Bedford, a little tougher road. They had to hold off Manchester Central on this floor on Monday. That was a game that we broadcasted here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. And then Thursday in the preliminary round action in Goffstown. That game went to double overtime before the Bulldogs were able to put down the Grizzlies and survive and advance. That's the motto, of course, in March. Well, it's also the third meeting between these two teams. Trinity took care of business in the regular season in both of those late January matchups. Both victories, part of an 8-2 regular season campaign. Head coach Keith Bike likes where his team is, likes their ability to get up and down the floor. But it can be tough to beat a team 3 times in one season, as we know. Bedford, up and down regular season. In fact, they got off to just a 2-5 start before closing out the season with a 7-7 record. As I mentioned, 0-2 heads up against Trinity. They beat Central on Monday and then survived a double overtime affair against Goffstown. They will be without starting center Dylan Kumbani, who is going to unfortunately miss the remainder of the tournament due to a knee injury that he suffered in that win over Central back on Monday. He is in street clothes and on crutches, watching his teammates warm up from the Bedford sidelines. Bulldogs, though, they are deep, and they are led by their floor general, Todd O'Connell, the 5'11 junior point guard, who is expected to see major minutes tonight. He'll be matched up with Trinity's Royce Williams, one of the better scorers in the state. We'll preview that up in just a moment, but let's take a look at the bracket here. Again, a different format in 2021 due to the COVID-19 situation. Everybody qualified for the tournament. There was no seeds. It was a random draw, all based on 4 different regions. Region 1, the Seacoast region, unofficially named. The action kicked off back on Monday. Spalding and Dover, the only first round matchup there. Red Raiders took care of business in a high-scoring affair, but they were beaten by Portsmouth. Clippers came back after trailing late in the third quarter to just smash Spalding and advance to the quarterfinal round where they will face Winnicott. The Warriors finally beat Exeter. 0-3 in the regular season. The two-time defending champ Bluehawks went unbeaten. Perfect 13-0 in the regular season, but fell in overtime. That was a game that we broadcasted back on Thursday. So Winnicott, they're on the road again tonight at Portsmouth with a chance to book a trip to the Final Four. And then this is our region tonight anyway. Trinity and Bedford in Region 2. As we scroll down, we mentioned Monday's first round action. Trinity, no problem with Concord. Bedford had a big lead over Central. The Little Green fought back, but Bedford able to hold them off, scoring 64 points in the process. And in the prelims, we saw Trinity again breeze to a 67-49 win over Manchester Memorial, a team that they had also beaten twice in the regular season. And again, that Bedford-Goffstown game, it took 2 overtimes to determine that winner, with the Bulldogs knocking off the Grizzlies 52-49. So Trinity and Bedford trying to punch their ticket to the semis, where they would face, whoever wins would face the winner between Portsmouth and Winnicott. In Region 3, Pinkerton, no problem over Salem in that first round. 67-48 the final. And then that Timberlane-Wyndham game was really the first unofficial upset of the tournament. High hopes for the Jaguars dashed as the Owls came in and came away with a 58-55 road win. And, well, the party continued. The Owls Thursday night took care of Merrimack by a dozen, 52-40. They're in the Elite Eight for the first time in a while, where they will face Londonderry, the Lancers, enacting a little bit of revenge by beating their crosstown rival Pinkerton 66-58. That's a Londonderry team now that had to deal with a lot of COVID-19 related issues, as did everybody, I know, but they hit Londonderry, I think, particularly hard. They are now, from what I understand, a full squad and a dangerous one to watch, as they will host Timberlane in that quarterfinal round tonight with a chance to go to the Final Four. And then the final region, region number 4, it's come down to BG and Alva. And as you can see, Bishop Girton took care of both Nashua Public Schools. They beat South in the first round by 14. And then a big second half fueled a blowout win over Nashua North, 70-44. Sending a statement tournament-wide. Alvern, after receiving a bye in that first round, took care of Keene, and now will look for a road victory as underdogs tonight at BG against the Cardinals. So there you have it. The 4 regions, all in advance of next week's Division I semifinals, which we know now will be played at Oyster River High School in Durham. Both the semifinals on Wednesday and the final a week from today will be hosted by Oyster River. So Region 1 will play Region 2. As we talked about there, the Winnicott Portsmouth winner versus our winner here tonight between Trinity and Bedford. They will face off in the semifinals on Wednesday. We will have coverage, of course, for that for you. Both semifinals and the finals in Division 1 will be carried here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. So there you have it, our 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Tournament. And our coverage here on Friday Night Lights, as it always is brought to you exclusively by Beals Insurance. Both teams continuing to warm up here in Bedford. As again, it's the 3rd overall meeting this season between these two teams. Both previous meetings took place in late January, and both ended up being Trinity Pioneer wins. In fact, only 2 losses for Trinity in that regular season. Now 10-2 overall if you include the 2 tournament wins under head coach Keith Bike. Talked a little bit about Bike. How about Tyler Bike? Keith on the sideline. Tyler is the freshman point guard and backcourt mate of senior Royce Williams. The 2 of them can score in traffic. They can score from behind the 3-point line. They can get to the line. Very entertaining, very fun to watch. Trinity, a smaller, younger squad, as I mentioned. A 4-guard set expected to get the start tonight for Coach Bike. And then Bedford, without Dylan Kumbani, going to have to rely a little bit more perhaps on the perimeter. Todd O'Connell, the junior point guard, can score in bunches, but really a floor general first and foremost. Daniel Kaliza, number 2 in white tonight, one to watch. He was the high man when we saw him last back on Monday in that win over Central with 17 points. So Kaliza and O'Connell, 2 names you should be familiar with heading in on the Bedford side, while Bike and Williams really expected to shoulder much of the weight tonight for Trinity. It's a 3-man officiating group tonight. It will be the rest of the way. Normally, regular season, you see only 2 officials. First round, preliminary round action as well, 2 officials per game. But from the quarterfinals on, we will see a 3-man crew. And tonight, 3 of the best. Peter Burkhart, Ken Hamill, and Brad Zapinas. Both have logged a lot of minutes over the years. And I think we're in good hands with those guys blowing the whistles tonight. Limited capacity, as we are used to by now. There are some Trinity fans in the building, Trinity parents, but only a specific number of parents, primarily and friends, allowed per player. So that seems to be the customary attendance policy as we move forward through these 2021 unprecedented times. Well, let's get to the starting lineups. First for Trinity, again led by head coach Keith Bike. It's a 4-guard set, as I mentioned, with freshman Tyler Bike and senior Royce Williams heading up that backcourt duo. We'll see Devon Ellis, another freshman, get the start tonight and expected to handle the ball a little bit. Senior Nathan Meeker is a pretty good shooter and defender as well. And their big man, stretch forward really, but Ryan Stultz expected to man the middle. He's also a senior and perhaps Trinity's best rebounder. So they're Bike, Ellis, Williams, Stultz, and Meeker for Trinity. And then again on the Bedford side, we see basically a 4-guard lineup with Matt Ferrucci, senior, getting an unexpected start tonight on the wing. That's the big man, Andrew Zimmerman, 6'5". He's a junior, played very well against Central. In and out of the starting lineup this season. He's going to be expected to man the middle and control the glass tonight for Bedford. Joe DeLacy, senior, can stretch the floor, high basketball IQ. The aforementioned Ferrucci, and there's the explosive Daniel Kaliza. We'll step aside, come back with game action. Bedford and Trinity next here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Well, now is the time to take advantage of today's sky-high demand, low supply, and fierce buyer competition. The market is crazy right now, and bidding wars can be strenuous. Don't go at it alone. Let Lori D. Warner of Home Sweet Home, a RE/MAX company, guide you through the process. You need a trusted, licensed real estate professional in your corner. Let Lori D. fight for you. Call 603-664-9090 or email Lori, that's Lori, at djlorid.com. Is your company interested in showcasing your brand to thousands of high school sports fans across New Hampshire? If not, why not? And if so, let's go. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is seeking sponsorship partners. It's the perfect way for your company to get out in front of the moms and dads who make up our community. Help us help you, and we can grow together. If you're interested in partnering with Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, then email us at FNLNHmedia@gmail.com. That's FNLNHmedia@gmail.com. Join our team today. Well, the Star-Spangled Banner now in the books. Great job by Bedford sophomore Sophie Ellis. And we're ready for some basketball here on a Saturday night. Quarterfinal action here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Nick can ask this with you. Bedford in their home whites, hoping that 3 times will prove to be the charm after going 0-2 heads up against Trinity during the regular season. Pioneers hoping to keep things going. They've won, I think, 6 straight, including the tournament wins over Concord and Manchester Memorial. Trinity ball first. No more jump ball. Players have to play with masks on, unfortunately. And we're ready to go here. Trinity ball as they work left to right in their road blues. Bedford and their home whites going to match up in a man-to-man. Williams drive, looks for Bike. Bike on the low block, picks up the dribble, pulls it back out. Ferrucci given the assignment to try and guard the explosive Royce Williams. He's face guarding him here on possession number 1. No shot clock, of course, in the NHIAA. Each team allowed to take as much time as they want. Here's Devon Ellis, the freshman, a little short. And the rebound goes to Bedford. Good start for the Bulldogs. Certainly a large crowd, by lockdown standards anyway, here in Bedford. A little bit, perhaps, of a home floor advantage. Trinity also opens up in a man-to-man on the defensive end. Here's DeLacy up top for Zimmerman. He's going to slash. He's going to miss the banker. Pretty good look. Rushed it a little bit, perhaps. Meanwhile, Bike pull up in traffic. Can't get the transition look. 15-footer off target, and the rebound goes to DeLacy. Just over a minute gone by. Both teams trying to get their sea legs, so to speak. Ferrucci on the baseline. Kuliza in the corner. Spins on Bike. Double pump. Banker is good. First 2 for Daniel Kuliza. And Bedford is on the board first, 2-0. Well, they're going to do everything they can to deny Williams the basketball. Trinity trying to get it to their senior star. Here he is deep on the near side wing. Double team comes. Williams comes middle with a left-hand dribble. Elbow jump shot is up and good. Able to steer himself away from the double team. The 15-footer is in rhythm. And after missing their first 2 from the floor, Trinity is on the board. We're tied at 2. 2 minutes in, first quarter. O'Connell down the lane, open layup, can't bank it. Rebound Stoltz, and then a big elbow towards the head of Ferrucci, who hits the floor. Whistle became, I think, before the elbow was thrown. The officials are going to talk it over. The crowd upset. There you see the rebound. Stoltz, he got hit. The foul was called, and then the elbow came by Stoltz towards the head of Ferrucci. That's got some parents really upset here. All right, it's going to be I don't know if it's officially a double foul or not, but it's a foul against each player. First, the reach in on Ferrucci, and then you wonder if this is a flagrant or a technical or what, because it came after the whistle. Meanwhile, Stoltz trying to explain himself to Ken Hamill over there. Still waiting on the announcement. It appears like it's a technical foul. Either way, it'll be the first against Stoltz. Ferrucci, who picked up his first during the exchange, is at the free throw line, and the left-hander comes up short. Well, Ferrucci's been primarily coming off the bench. Again, Bedford shorthanded tonight. No Dylan Kumbani. Ferrucci goes 1 for 2. Let's put Bedford back in front. But Ferrucci obviously has the confidence of head coach Frank Moreno. His coach has given him the toughest defensive assignment. That's to try to face guard Royce Williams. Inbound nearly stolen. Zimmerman wrestles it away. Now Kuliza given room. Three-pointer. Ends up short, and the loose ball tracked down off the bounce. Williams looking to advance the miss. Williams is fouled. It's a reach in against Zimmerman, who came across the body there. Trying to make a play on the ball, but guilty of the reach. Second team foul against Bedford. 2.5 minutes in. Pioneers looking for their first lead. Bike the pull-up, short on the baseline. Rebound Kuliza, and the Bulldogs get another stop. The trailer, Ferrucci, looking for O'Connell, and misfires on the bounce pass. A little behind the cutting O'Connell. First turnover for Bedford. Just a 3-2 game. Both defenses coming out charged up here through the first 3 minutes. Bike, start and stop, kick out, three-pointer on the way for Meeker, up and in. Pioneers out in front for the first time, 5-3. They've scored 5 of the game's last 6 points. Bedford just one field goal. Wild pass there, and then a foul is called on Meeker. Sorry, that's on Devon Ellis. Saw the loose ball there for a second. His eyes lit up, but the youngster could not quite control the momentum. The freshman picks up his first, and now 2 team fouls each way. Bedford down 2, nearly midway through first quarter. The 6'5" junior, Ryan Zimmerman, nowhere to go. Not Ryan, but Andrew. Meanwhile, Daniel Kaliza got the freshman Bike all over him. Good defense both ways, man-to-man. A lot of switching on the perimeter. Meanwhile, Zimmerman able to bank one over 2 defenders, using that 6'5" frame to his advantage. Meanwhile, Bike, a little out of control, missed a left-hand layup. O'Connell the other way for Bedford. Game tied at 5. We hit the 4-minute mark first quarter. Kaliza, baseline. Can't get it with the right hand. A rebound for Stoltz. Williams fouled. Well, that's the guard, Daniel Ferrucci, guilty of the reach-in for Bedford. He's going to check out of the game. Tough assignment for that young man, and now the man replacing him is going to be asked to do the same thing. Andrew Gradinskis, number 10 in white, going to try and face guard Royce Williams. See if they can deny the Trinity senior from touching the ball. Williams whips it across, ready for the 3 from the corner is the shooter Connor Herman, the junior who just checked in, does not need a warm-up. Catch and fire, Trinity with an 8-5 lead. Meanwhile, Zimmerman looking for an answer for Bedford. Back out for Kaliza, and they'll restart things with O'Connell between the circles. Spins out of a double team. Zimmerman, a baseline drive, draws a foul. Well, he got the step with the right hand on the defender, Ryan Schultz, and that's a big one for Trinity. Schultz, who was hit with that technical earlier, picks up his second foul and now has to sit. Trinity will look for some big man play from freshman Mark Nyoma, who has just checked in, number 5 in blue. Meanwhile, turnover here against Bedford. And as we head towards the 3-minute mark, Trinity trying to make this a 2-possession game for the first time. Frank Moreno up on his feet on the Bedford sideline, trying to inspire the defense. And it nearly works as Gradinskis had it for a moment but lost it, could not quite control the dribble. Out of bounds, back to Trinity with just inside of 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Williams steps into a 3 and knocks it down. Well, that's what Coach Moreno was hoping not to see. Royce Williams get a relatively open look. He's got 5 early. Trinity's lead is 6, 11-5. Meanwhile, down the lane to Lacey. Could not bank it home. Another Pioneer rebound. And then a turnover at this end. Well, 2 turnovers each way as the freshman NHIAA not quite on the same page with Meeker. Coach Bike going to go back to the Pioneer bench. Devon Ellis will sit. Williams will also take a seat here. So we get our first look at Lewis Rosenthal, senior guard for Trinity. I thought Williams was going to sit. He went to the bench for a moment and now is back on the floor. So it's Rosenthal, Herman, Bike, Williams, and Meeker, the 5 in blue for Trinity. Bedford in a bit of a drought here. Just 2 field goals to show through nearly 6 minutes. They go inside to Zimmerman. Back outside, picked off. Meeker the interception. Meeker to the hole. No. Followed by Bike. Yes. First bucket for Tyler Bike. Able to trail the play. Good hustle. Pioneers with now an 8-point lead on the board at 13-5. The Bedford offense sputtering a bit, and it's an offensive foul against DeLacy. That's the senior Joe DeLacy. Called for his first foul, and already 5 team fouls here in the first quarter against the Bulldogs. Just 1 left to give until halftime. Pioneers threatening to go up 10 for the first time as we move inside of 2 minutes to go here, first quarter. Williams for 3 out of the corner. Leaves it short. DeLacy the rebound for Bedford. Long up the floor, O'Connell. Little shot fake, trying to get to the hole. Blocked from behind by Williams. And Williams had something to say after sending that one out of bounds with the right hand. Looked like the left hand, actually. Either way, a well-timed defensive effort there by Williams. Meanwhile, Bedford down by 8. Hoping to make this a 2-possession game. Instead, Zimmerman turns it over in the lane. Good defensive play by NHIAA. Now Bike up ahead, and then a travel is called on Rosenthal. A little bit of a hesitation on the catch. The youngster knew it. 3 turnovers now each way as we head towards a minute to go. First quarter, good start for the road team. Trinity ahead 13-5. Bedford trying to regroup on the offensive end. It's been a struggle. They have not scored nearly 3 minutes. Guliza whips it far side. Zimmerman bodied up by Williams. Pioneers in that man-to-man, not afraid to get out and challenge from deep beyond the 3-point line. O'Connell spins to his right and travels. Well, tough sledding right now for the Bulldogs. Nothing coming easy on the offensive end. The turnover gives it back to Trinity with 45 seconds to go. A little bit of full court press now. Bike allowed to cross unchallenged into the front court. NHIAA hands to Rosenthal. Here's Williams. NHIAA off the cross, offensive foul. Well, use that off arm, that right forearm, to try and create separation. 4th team foul against Trinity in the first on the freshman. That means the last shot may belong to the Bulldogs here with 20 seconds. Bedford down 13-5, and a foul called against Trinity. It'll stop the clock with 15 seconds. Foul on the floor, reach in, and now 5 team fouls each way. Coach Bike continuing to try and coach up his young group on the sideline. Foul goes against Bike, his first. Meanwhile, Zimmerman draws the block in the lane and will shoot 2. Well, the right idea there by senior Lewis Rosenthal, tried to slide over and draw the charge, but did not quite have the position. Free throws for Zimmerman. First one is short. Gets the second. That ends a scoring drought of nearly 3 minutes. 13-6, final 7 seconds for Trinity. Rosenthal ready in the corner, closed out by O'Connell. back for Bike. A deep heave, in and out, no good. And that'll do it for quarter number one. A good start for Trinity. 13-6 over Bedford. Bulldogs trying to regroup before halftime when we come back. You are watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire's coverage of the 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Start of the second quarter here in Bedford. It'll be Bulldog ball. They trail it 13-6. Nick Anastas with you. Quarterfinal coverage of the 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament. A chance to head to Oyster River for the Final Four next week. Three-pointer. Won't go. Whistle and a foul away from the ball against Bedford. Or no, it's a 3-second violation. That's the fifth turnover by Bedford in this first half. Third meeting between these two teams. First two took place in late January. Both went the Pioneers' way. Part of an 8-2 regular season for Trinity. Their best regular season in quite some time, of course. Trying to win the title for the first time since 2013. Bedford in a zone for the first time. Bulldogs in a 2-3. With two of their forwards at the top of that zone, by the way. Tegan Graham, a 6'2 senior, has just checked in. Zimmerman, the 6'5 senior, or junior rather, misses the layup there with the left hand. Rebound, Williams. Trinity wants to go left to right. Well, Zimmerman has played aggressively and had a pretty good look there. Meanwhile, Williams for three. No good side iron. Tipped up twice, and then it ends up with the Pioneers again. NHIAA back for Meeker, and he'll slow things down. Now Williams. It's the man they want with the ball. One-on-one with O'Connell. Skips it. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay at this end. Just over a minute gone by. Second quarter. Bedford had an early lead for the first few minutes of the ball game. Since then, Trinity played the kind of game that Coach Bike was hoping. Led by as many as 8. They're up 7 here. Trying to figure out this 2-3 zone, though. Bedford played man-to-man defense exclusively in that first quarter. Williams step back out of the corner, short. And then a foul is going to go against Trinity. NHIAA got a piece of DeLacy, who ended up with the basketball. And a lot of fouls have been called to this point. Total of 13 team fouls between the two, including now 7 against Trinity. So bonus time already for Bedford. A 1-1 coming nearly 2 minutes in. Second quarter. Bulldogs down 7, can't get it. Teague is there for the putback. That's Tegan Graham. As I mentioned, a 6'2 senior just checked in. Three-pointer. Won't go down for Stoltz. Offensive rebound, Trinity. Bike won't miss this time. That's Tyler Bike. Now with 5 points. And this is going to go against the defense. A foul on Trinity. Some of the Pioneer fans who have made the trip from Manchester not happy. DeLacy's going to end up at the free throw line for Bedford. Coach Bike lacing into the officials from the sideline. Trinity doubling up Bedford here, 2 minutes in, second quarter. DeLacy cannot connect. It's his first trip to the line. Bedford combined 2 for 5, now 3 for 6 after the make in this first half. 16-9. Bedford stays in the 2-3. Stoltz catches deep in the paint. May have been surprised on how deep he was there. Missed the right-hand shot, though. Rebound, Bedford. Zimmerman to the rim. Left hand, no. Follows his own miss. Back out O'Connell. O'Connell spins. Whips it to Kaliza. Back up top now, DeLacy. And O'Connell will reset. O'Connell coming middle. Looks for Kaliza. He's been under wraps in this first half. Just 2 points. Meanwhile, O'Connell is yet to score. Here's Graham. Looking to use his size. Right-hand shot, no, but a foul. And that's number 3 on Stoltz. Well, he spun to his left and then leaned into the defender with that right hand. Stoltz going to have to check out here after picking up number 3. Graham able to capitalize. Tegan Graham did not play in the first quarter. He's been used sparingly all season off the bench. 3 big points now in this second quarter. Has to cover a lot of space defensively as well. Part of the 2 up top in that 2-3. Can't hit the second. Still, though, a 2-possession difference now. Closest Bedford has been in this second quarter. Bike for 3, going to change that. The lefty, the freshman. 8 points now, the game's high score. Trinity's lead, the largest it's been now at 19-10. And a travel is called against Kaliza. Now it's the 6th Bedford turnover of this first half. The Pioneer defense has been as good as advertised, as Bedford has more turnovers than field goals. Pioneers, a little bit of an overload here. Herman, meanwhile, lost his footing, kept the dribble alive, and in the end does turn it over to Kaliza. 4th Pioneer giveaway. 3-pointer Kaliza. High arcer, too strong from the wing. Weak side rebound, pulled in by Meeker. Williams trying to slice his way through the defense and lost it off his knee. It's got the Bedford bench clapping their hands. Back-to-back turnovers by Trinity. Still a 9-point game, though, as we hit the midway point, second quarter. Points have been at a premium. Kaliza looks over at Coach Moreno, who's got apparently a play in mind here. They go high post. They go low now to Zimmerman. Zimmerman is in trouble and travels. Well, double team there, back to the basket. Couldn't quite get the footwork situated, and now a timeout is called by Trinity. Pioneers set to have the basketball when we resume. Halfway through second quarter, Trinity looking to get back to the Final Four. They've got a 19-10 lead over Bedford. Our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire's coverage of the 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament is presented by Beals Insurance, now with locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get the pricey and quality coverage that's right for you. Call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. And also by Lori D. Warner of Home Sweet Home, a RE/MAX company. Let Lori D. fight for you. Call 603-664-9090 or email Lori, that's Lori, at djlorid.com. Nick Anastas with you. Coming up at halftime, a look around the tournament. Quarterfinal action tonight. We'll see who's who and what's what, so to speak. We'll recap this first half as well as bring you a preview of the second half as well. That's all coming up at halftime. Final 4 minutes of the second quarter. Trinity looking to go up double digits for the first time. Bedford, it looks like, is in a loose man-to-man. They've switched out of the zone. Up top, Herman, long 2, no good. Back iron miss, long rebound. Fought for, by both Bike and Zimmerman, and a jump ball is called. Well, the 5'9" Bike tangled up with the 6'5" Zimmerman. Good effort both ways. Jump ball belongs to Trinity. They'll keep it at this end. Pioneers go back to the bench. Herman is out. NHIAA back on, along with Williams, Meeker, Ellis, and Bike. Three-pointer from Williams, too short. Offensive rebound, NHIAA. Pioneers another second try. Three-pointer, Bike, up and in. Well, he's got 11, including now 3 three-point field goals. The freshman leading everybody in the scorers column and leading Trinity to this 12-point lead, 22-10. Double-digit difference for the first time. Zimmerman, shoulder down. Tough bounce pass across the lane, broke it up, and eventually stolen by Trinity. Bike going to slow it down, and the Pioneers going to settle in here up by 12 with inside of 3 minutes to go until halftime. NHIAA is called for a travel. Half a dozen giveaways now for the visiting Pioneers. 8 turnovers on the other side for Bedford. Zimmerman gets his first break here late in the first half. It's the Bedford junior, grabs a bottle of water. We get a look at Cam Roberts, a 6'2" senior for the first time. Meanwhile, it's an offensive foul. Goes against Kuliza. On a moving screen, his first, team 7th. Both teams in the bonus here for the final 2.5. Pioneers looking to stretch their lead before halftime. They're up 12, their largest lead so far. A little bit of enthusiasm from the Bedford parents here, trying to provide a home court advantage for the defense. Williams one-on-one with Kuliza, the 2 seniors. Williams spins and travels. They drag the pivot foot. Good defense there by Bedford, collectively. Pioneers now 3 turnovers in their last 4 trips. The 2-minute mark looming. Bedford hoping to make a late first half push here before halftime. Got to get this kid going. O'Connell has not looked to score. He will do here. A little fadeaway up and in. Must have heard me. Little mid-block fade. O'Connell, his first points of the game. 10-point game again. Bike. Good look there. Won't go down. The long 2 around the rim and out. And rebound Bedford. Bulldogs will travel. Now the crossover there got caught a little bit north of the knee along the shorts. Coach Moreno upset. O'Connell himself upset. Pioneers will take it. Final 100 seconds here, first half. 10-point game. Bike, ball fake down the lane. Scooper, no good. Good move to get the shot off, but couldn't finish. Meanwhile, DeLacy in trouble. Meeker pokes it up ahead. Bike tried to float it for Williams, intercepted, and then O'Connell lands out of bounds. After picking off the pass, he landed that right sneaker on the baseline, that pink sneaker. Chaotic back and forth sequence there in traffic. Good play by O'Connell, but a good call by the official. Meanwhile, Meeker on the baseline, jammed up, missed. Good defensive play by DeLacy, who pulls in the rebound for Bedford. Long pass up the floor. Kuliza stops, pops. Banker won't go, and the rebound eventually ends up with Royce Williams of Trinity. And we're down to 1 minute to go in this first half. Williams a start and stop. And a beautiful layup as the result. Williams with 7. His first points of the second quarter. Trinity again doubling up Bedford 24-12. Final 45 seconds. We get a look at Bedford's Dylan Lafferty, sophomore, in for the first time. Shot there, O'Connell, no. Roberts, second try, no. Lafferty draws a foul. Well, the home team crashing the glass there. Dylan Lafferty, who just checked in for the first time. Giving Coach Moreno some effort there on the offensive backboard. Took it on the elbow on the way up. Foul goes against Ellis. Second against the Trinity sophomore. Free throw is good. Bulldogs now 5 of 9 from the line in this first half. Well, I don't believe Trinity has taken a free throw. Kind of an odd stat given the fact that Pioneers now lead by 11, 24-13. One more for Lafferty. The right-hander's got it. Subs, Kuliza out for Bedford. Gradinskis back in. Bulldogs will match up here man-to-man. Trinity with 30 seconds now. We'll see what they want to do. They may hold for the final shot as they run a weave here deep in the backcourt. Down to 20 seconds on the clock, and it appears like the Pioneers do have intentions to take the quarter's final shot here. Down to 12 seconds, down to 10. Here's Bike. To his right, had his pocket picked by Roberts. Bounce pass up the floor for DeLacy. DeLacy charging, had a block from behind by Herman. One final heave for Rosenthal is no good, but a whistle, I believe, first. That's Kevin Burkhart, or Peter Burkhart, rather, who blew the whistle. And apparently that'll do it for the first half as they wave off. The wave off, so to speak. All right, 24-14 Trinity. They led by as many as 12. They have a double-digit 10-point lead on the board on the road here in the quarterfinals. Coach Pike got to be pleased with the play of his squad through 2 quarters of play. Can Bedford rebuild quickly and regroup at halftime, or will Trinity punch their ticket to the Final Four for the first time in 8 seasons? We find out in just a moment. Back with the halftime report next. You're watching Friday Night Lights New Hampshire's coverage of the 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Well, now is the time to take advantage of today's sky-high demand, low supply, and fierce buyer competition. The market is crazy right now, and bidding wars can be strenuous. Don't go at it alone. Let Lori D. Warner of Home Sweet Home, a RE/MAX company, guide you through the process. You need a trusted, licensed real estate professional in your corner. Let Lori D. fight for you. Call 603-664-9090 or email Lori, that's Lori, at djlorid.com. Is your company interested in showcasing your brand to thousands of high school sports fans across New Hampshire? If not, why not? And if so, let's go. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is seeking sponsorship partners. It's the perfect way for your company to get out in front of the moms and dads who make up our community. Help us help you, and we can grow together. If you're interested in partnering with Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, then email us at FNLNHmedia@gmail.com. That's FNLNHmedia@gmail.com. Join our team today. Halftime here in Bedford. Bulldogs trailing the Trinity Pioneers 24-14. A trip to the semifinals on the line. Nick Anastas with you. It's our Friday Night Lights coverage of the 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament. And we'll get some other scores from that tournament in just a moment. But let's look back at the first half. Trinity and Bedford opened up in a man-to-man, and defense was the name of the game for most of that first quarter. Trinity did heat up a little bit and opened up at one point an 8-point lead after one. They stretched that to as many as 14. Or no, 12. 12 was the big lead there just prior to halftime. Bedford able to trim that down to 10. And that is where we are now. Trinity led by the freshman Tyler Bike. 11 points, including 3 made three-pointers. Senior superstar Royce Williams, 7 points. For Trinity, 5 coming in that first quarter. Bedford, balanced attack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Different scores. For a combined 14 points, nobody scored more than 3 on the Bedford side. They had 9 turnovers compared to 7 for Trinity in that first half. Other scores from around the Division I tournament. Quarterfinal action against semifinals come your way on Wednesday. In Region 1, Portsmouth, a 24-20 lead at halftime over Winnicott that promises to be close throughout. In Region 3, Londonderry over Timberlane, 26-21. Just a 5-point difference there. That's at half as well. And they're halfway home in Nashua. BG, a 25-20 lead over Alvern in Region 4. And as we begin the third quarter here in Region 2, Trinity leads Bedford 24-14. A full scoreboard and recap coming your way after the game here on FNLNH Courtside. All right. Bedford had more turnovers than field goals in that first half. Trying to change that here. As good ball movement leads to a field goal for Matthew Ferrucci. Got the start, got the defensive assignment of Royce Williams in that first quarter. Didn't see him at all in the second quarter. He's back on the floor to start the second half, and he's trying to hound Williams all over the floor. Williams spins away from him. Scooper in the lane won't go, but a foul is called. A late whistle. No argument from Coach Moreno. Williams to the line. Trinity did not shoot a free throw in that first half, and yet led by as many as 12. It's a team that went 8-2 in the regular season. Tournament wins already over Concord and Manchester Memorial. Williams knocks down the first of 2. He's got 8 points now. And has seen constant attention and often double teams from this Bedford Bulldog defense. Misses the free throw, trying to keep it alive. It ends up out of bounds. And back to Bedford. So Williams a 1-for-2 trip. Trinity by 9 at 25-16. First minute in the books here, third quarter. Kuliza, Zimmerman, O'Connell. Back door, broken up by Williams, but he's out of bounds. A near steal. And a good effort by Williams, but had his foot on the line. O'Connell having trouble. Throws it deep for DeLacy. One-on-one here with Ellis to his left. In the lane, no, but a foul. Oh, that's a good play by the senior Joe DeLacy. Got a pretty good all-around game. At first, I think he's a spot-up shooter. Does have the range from 3, but as we can see, can put it on the deck with either hand. Gets back to the free throw line where he went 1-for-2 in the first half, but he misses here. Bulldogs 6 of 11 in the game at the line, making it 6 of 12. DeLacy goes 0 for 2. Rebound Trinity up 9, looking to go back up double digits. Meeker down the lane. Right-hand layup is good. Well, Meeker able to spin. No help came. Meeker now with 5. The seniors got Trinity ahead again by double digits, 27-16. Meanwhile, Zimmerman in the lane. Lost it on the way up. And it's Herman who pulls it down out of a crowd for Trinity. Then the bounce pass ends up out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Coach Moreno upset with his squad right now. Heard him just scream something and then just sit down to try and cool off. Trinity led by 12 in that first half. They can eclipse that mark here on this trip. 2 minutes in third quarter. Well, Williams is calling for it. Instead, Bike tries to create, skips it in the corner. Somebody forgot about Meeker. So the seniors, 3, too strong. And a good weak side rebound by the 6'5" Andrew Zimmerman for Bedford. Meanwhile, DeLacy. Inside out, Kuliza. Head down, had it poked loose from behind, stolen by Stoltz. Ahead to Meeker. On to Williams, 2-on-2. The pull-up is good. Trinity scoring in transition. And then somebody on Trinity touched the ball after it went through the hole. That's a delay of game warning. Against the Pioneers, the next will result in a technical, which we've already seen tonight from Trinity senior Ryan Stoltz. Threw an elbow back in that first quarter. 2.5 gone, third quarter. Bedford down 13. Biggest lead for Trinity of the game. O'Connell bottled up in that first half, just 2 points. Up top, DeLacy for 3. Can't get the right spin on the ball. It goes around the rim and out. Rebound for Bike, goes behind the back, and then his pass is picked off by Zimmerman. Zimmerman into the front court. Long pass for DeLacy. Skip back near side. Zimmerman ready. 3 is in the hole. A little bit of a chaotic picture there for a moment. But in the end, Zimmerman doubles his point total. Bedford's high man now with 6. Bulldogs within 10. Meeker thought about it. Herman, a better look from the wing, will shoot. No good. Easy rebound for Rucci, and Bedford gets a stop. Bulldogs trying to make this a single-digit contest again. Down by 10, coming up at the midway point, third quarter. O'Connell looking for a pick and roll. Comes near side, whips it down low. Ferrucci misses, but a foul is called. Late whistle there, but Ferrucci was knocked to the ground. And a good internal no-look there by O'Connell. Trying to come up with the assist. So Ferrucci a start today. On the floor primarily for defensive purposes, guarding Royce Williams. Not an easy task for anybody in this state. Meanwhile, Kaliza comes out. As Bedford comes back with a little more size, the 6'2" Cam Roberts returns to the lineup. Stoltz also will sit for Trinity. Free throw for Ferrucci won't go. And then a foul on the rebound. Bedford ball, down 9. Ferrucci with 4 points after that 1-for-2 trip. O'Connell a deep 3. Won't go down. Williams, tough rebound, draws a foul. Well, Williams nearly lost his balance, surrounded by white jerseys there. Double teamed on his own baseline. Took the bump. Second Bulldog team fouls. Team foul, 2 each way. At the midway point here, third quarter. That's also number 3 against Ferrucci, who checks out of the lineup. Sophomore Dylan Lafferty, who played briefly towards the tail end of the first half, back on for Bedford. Williams trying to dribble away from Lafferty. Kicks it in the corner. Extra pass. Meeker, shot fake, now trail down the lane. Wild off the glass. Rebound. DeLacy powers into the front court for Bedford. Trailer is Roberts. And now up top for O'Connell. O'Connell lost the dribble. Goes to the ground. Herman took it. Roberts steals it again, steps into a 2 and knocks it down. 16-footer for Cam Roberts. First field goal for the senior. First points of the night. Bedford a little bit of momentum, back within 7. Williams trying to step through the defense, gets the scooper. What a move. Williams starting to take over. 5 in this third quarter, a game-high 12 points. Lafferty, quick trigger 3 from the wing. Too strong, and NHIAA tips the rebound to himself on the far side. The Trinity freshman looking to lead the break, steps into a long 2, ends up short. Loose ball in the lane. Lafferty is fouled. Now he's able to wrestle it away from Herman. Playoff intensity on display there, as Herman picks up his second. 9-point game at 31-22, final 3 minutes, third quarter. Bedford could make it a 2-possession game with a 3. They'll take a foul here, though. A reach in by Herman at midcourt. Coach Pike not happy with his youngster for giving that foul. It's 4 team fouls against Trinity. There's DeLacy. Far side O'Connell, he's open off the screen. The 3 won't go down. And Williams another rebound for Trinity. Trying to pile those up as well from the guard spot. Back, behind the back. Spin into the corner. Herman back out for Bike. He was the high scorer from the first half with 11. He's not scored here in the third. 2.5 to go. Now foul here on DeLacy. Just another reach. No need. Coach Moreno upset. DeLacy's second. O'Connell going to check out of the Bedford lineup. Kuliza right back on after a brief rest. Bike around DeLacy, skip pass, sets up a wide open Herman, who does the rest. Second three-pointer by Connor Herman, doubling his point total to 6. Lead back to 12 for Trinity. And a foul here on the floor. And now 5 team fouls against the Pioneers. That's also a big one. Number 4 against Herman. So Herman checks out. Lewis Rosenthal, who played well in that first half off the bench, back on the floor for Trinity. Zimmerman. Weak side, Lafferty into the lane. Able to avoid the travel by not dragging the pivot. Now Kuliza up top, Lafferty ready for 3. In and out, no. Offensive rebound, DeLacy, yes, off the glass. Now DeLacy trying to give his team a lift. His first field goal of the game. Had been busy at the line prior to that. 100 seconds to go, third quarter. Bike behind the back, up top, stolen by Zimmerman. Zimmerman to the hole, misses the dunk. May have tried to stretch that one a little too long. Now Williams the other way is going to double pump and miss one off the glass. DeLacy another rebound for Bedford. Bulldogs left to right. Lafferty on the wing. Baseline Roberts. Catches and fires, ends it up short. NHIAA the rebound for Trinity, and now both teams trying to check themselves here, catch a breath with 1:10 to go, third quarter. A frantic back and forth session there. Pioneers by 10. Backdoor Williams, yes sir. Good feed by Bike on the bounce pass. Williams now with 14. Trinity by 12, 36-24. Quick one, Roberts. Won't go, off target. Well challenged by Meeker. Another rebound, Williams. Final 45 seconds. Trinity up 12. Trying to take their largest lead of the game with them into the fourth quarter. Williams. Got the 6'5 Zimmerman on him, goes right by him, whips it near side, offensive foul. Good job by DeLacy, comes over on the weak side, draws the foul. Able to plant the feet and absorb the contact. Drew the charge on Williams. Williams now with 2 fouls. Trinity up against the limit with 6. So Bedford should see more free throws between now and the end of the game. Next foul will be a 1-and-1. Final 20 seconds. Bedford down by 12. O'Connell wants a clear out. Down to 10 seconds. Now the screen comes. Naoma off the switch. O'Connell splits the double team. Drive and kick. Kuliza ready in the corner. High arcing three. Ends up short. Williams another rebound for Trinity. Heaves it down the floor. Meeker. Creative behind the back shot there. Won't count. And that'll do it. Pioneers looking good. A 36-24 lead through now 3 quarters of play. Trying to get to the Final Four next week. Will that happen, or will Bedford stage a comeback on their home floor, as they've been known to do? We get the answers next. You're watching Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire's coverage of the 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Start of the fourth quarter here in Bedford. Nick Anastas with you. Trinity, a 36-24 lead over the Bulldogs. Now 8 minutes remaining. In regulation, the winner goes on to the semifinals, which will be played at Oyster River High School in Durham on Wednesday night. We'll have coverage of that for you, live coverage, here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Trinity has led most of the way. Their 12-point lead, the largest. And a chance to stretch that here to begin the fourth quarter. This man has been the man. Senior Royce Williams, a game-high 14 points despite constant double-teaming and scheming from the Bulldogs. Pioneers do throw this away. The 11th turnover by my count. Each team with 11 giveaways. Meanwhile, Kuliza is fouled underneath. Able to catch and then give the ball fake. That got the defender Bike up in the air, and Bike clobbered. Kuliza on his way to the floor. Kuliza, the senior, a bit shaken up. He will shoot two. Bedford has had an advantage at the free throw line, but they've left a little bit to be desired. Pioneers had foul trouble in the first half. That's continued here throughout the second. 17 fouls. Meanwhile, a 1-and-1 for Kuliza. His first trip to the line tonight. He's got now 3 first points of the second half. Second one, round the rim and out. And Naoma able to pull in the board for Trinity. He's played well off the bench. Bedford collectively just about 50% from the floor in this one. Or sorry, from the line. Meanwhile, Meeker gets the layup. Boy, the 5'9" guard able to fool everybody there on the baseline. He's played well. Quietly now with 7 points. 13 the lead, make it 11 again. DeLacy trying to do everything he can to extend his career, the senior. Now with 5, 2 field goals coming since halftime. 38-27. Bike. Crossover for Meeker. See how aggressive Trinity is here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. No shot clock. Backdoor Meeker, inside out Naoma. The freshman, long two. There's the stop Bedford wanted. Kuliza the rebound. Out of a crowd, DeLacy ahead for Lafferty. Looking to attack Stoltz. Can't bank it home though. Got a good ball fake to get the shot off, and then a foul in transition is going to go against Bedford. It's on O'Connell, who slammed into Meeker. Comes with a minute and a half gone in this second half. Second on O'Connell, 4th team foul against Bedford. Meanwhile, Gradinskis replaces Lafferty. Gradinskis will match up with Royce Williams. Trinity by 11. Bike, drive and kick. Extra pass, Naoma on the baseline. The freshman banks it in. It's kid's got a bright future, a good frame. He's played well on the glass. He scores his first points. O'Connell quickly the other way, leaves it short. Thought he was fouled. Another rebound for Royce Williams, working on a double-double here. 14 points, 7 boards unofficially. Pioneers looking to go up 15, maybe 16 here. Stoltz, three-pointer, in and out. Line drive miss, rebound to Lacey, and then a travel is called. Coach Moreno upset on the Bedford sideline. DeLacy pleading his case. And now some of the Bedford fans issuing their verdict as well, not pleased with that travel call. Bulldogs, 11 turnovers. 9, though, came in that first half. I think only 2 cents. Meanwhile, what is this? A makeup call, perhaps? No, it's a foul against Bedford. Don O'Connell, a reach, his third. 5 team fouls now against the home team, just 1 left to give. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. NHIAA, free throw good. All 3 of his points have come in this fourth quarter. Two for 2 trip. And NHIAA a well-deserved break after putting Trinity up 15 for the first time. It's all high fives over there on the Pioneer sideline. Three-pointer O'Connell way off. Zimmerman trying to keep it alive. And it's rolled out of bounds. Trinity ball. The winner goes on to face the winner of Portsmouth and Winnicott. And as you can see, that game is as tight as it gets. A 1-point Clipper lead in the fourth quarter. We'll have a full tournament scoreboard for you coming up in our post-game coverage. So we'll keep an eye on that game on the Seacoast between Portsmouth and Winnicott. Just a 1-point game in the fourth. Meanwhile, Bedford back to the bench. Tegan Graham on. Andrew Zimmerman out to play the middle for Frank Moreno. Stoltz hands to Williams. Going to shake his way out of a double team and travels. A good collective effort there by Bedford to force the turnover. The clock, though, starting to become an issue. Already 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Still a 15-point gap. Bedford's got to hurry. Kaliza instead nearly lost the ball. Graham recovers and draws a foul on his way up. If it's on Stoltz, I think that's number 5, although they may get Ellis, and they do. So Ellis guilty. Graham will shoot. And he comes with just about 3 minutes gone here in quarter number 4. Second foul, no, the fourth foul on Devon Ellis, the freshman. So here's the 6'2 senior Tegan Graham. He's played well off the bench. Now 4 points after making the free throw there. He's 2 for 3 at the line. Bedford within 14 again with 1 more to go. Right-handed shot short. And then a big foul there as Meeker may have hit his head on the floor. Graham tried to follow his own miss, collided with Nathan Meeker, and the senior unfortunately may have hit his head on the way to the ground. He's helped up and apparently okay. Coach Bike going to escort him to the Trinity bench. Athletic trainer Dave Caponegro over there as well to further check out Meeker. Meanwhile, a timeout on the floor. 5 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Trinity a 42-28 lead. Our coverage here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, brought to you as always by Beals Insurance, locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. We're also brought to you by Lori D. Warner of Home Sweet Home, a RE/MAX company. Let Lori D. fight for you. Call 603-664-9090 or email Lori at lori@djlorid.com. Nick Anastas with you. It's been a fun one. Trinity, after beating Bedford twice in the regular season, they've led most of the way here as well by as many as 15 a moment ago. 10-point halftime lead on the board. Same gap through 3. Hoping to get back to the Final Four for the first time in 8 years. It's a talented 2013 squad led by Coach Keefe that last brought home the bacon, so to speak, for Trinity. They also won it back in 2009 under Coach Keefe. And don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on YouTube at FNLNH Media. Again, that's Friday Night Lights New Hampshire on YouTube at FNLNH Media. Hit the subscribe button, and you won't miss a thing. We'll be live in Durham on Wednesday night for a doubleheader semifinal special. Meanwhile, foul here is going to put Meeker, who is apparently okay after that rough landing a moment ago. He's at the free throw line here with 5 minutes even to go. In regulation, his team up 15, make it 16. It's that one to rattle home. Nathan Meeker, 8 points now. Trinity tonight has been led by guess who? Senior Royce Williams, 14 points. Although it was Tyler Bike, the freshman guard, who led the way in the first half. He had all 11 of his points come before halftime, has not scored since. They haven't needed him to. 44-28, lane violation, waves off the second. Meanwhile, DeLacy stripped by Williams, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Bedford. It went off the senior's right leg. Meanwhile, Ellis taken out of the Trinity lineup. The freshman Naoma back on. Full court press by the Bulldogs. They're going to clear it out for Bike. DeLacy shadowing him. Bike with a right-hand dribble into the front court. Leaves it for Meeker, and now Trinity, I assume, looking to work the clock here. No shot clock. Double team, though. Meeker gets a timeout from the sideline. Coach Bike not playing games. Timeout. With 3.5 gone here. As we head towards the midway point, fourth quarter. Trinity's largest lead on the board, 44-28. Well, if indeed this is the end of the road for the Bulldogs, it's been a remarkable season. Obviously, with the 2021 ongoing COVID-19 situation as a backdrop, the Bulldogs were able to play 14 regular season games, which is 14 more than they played in Massachusetts, for instance. 14 regular season games, a 7-7 record for Bedford, although a much stronger and more productive second half of the campaign, really the last 5 or 6 weeks, Bedford appear to have hit their stride, highlighted by Thursday night's double overtime win on the road at Goffstown. They eliminated a very good Goffstown Grizzly team in the preliminary round. But tonight, just couldn't quite get into a rhythm at any point on offense. The buckets were sporadic. Trinity's defense deserves credit. That man-to-man has been suffocating at times tonight. It's helped the Pioneers build this 16-point lead at 44-28. Heading towards the midway point, fourth quarter. Williams out of a double team. Stoltz back to Bike. And again, Pioneers in no hurry here. Bedford essentially forced to try and chase here as Trinity plays keep away. Well, that's one thing that advocates for the 24-second, or not even 24, just any shot clock. It can be 40 seconds, 35, 30, whatever it is. Forces teams who have a big lead or any lead in the fourth quarter to stay engaged. That may be something we'll see in the future. And in my opinion, I'll throw in the word hopefully. Bedford down 16. Three-pointer to Lacey, up and in. Strong second half for the senior. 7 of his 8 points have come since halftime, and an immediate timeout is called after the three-point make by Bedford. Stops the clock with 3:40 to go here in regulation. And once again, a 13-point difference at 44-31. There you see inside the Bedford huddle, Frank Moreno, first year as a head coach with Bedford. He was on the staff for 8 years. In fact, served under all 4 previous Bedford head coaches since the program's inception back in 07-08. Spent some time away from the program. Was the head man at Bow High School for the last couple of seasons, but Coach Elmendorf, who brought Bedford to a championship game a few years back, retired over the offseason, and Coach Moreno, once he heard the opening, was indeed open. He threw his hat in the ring and came home, so to speak, back to Bedford. This time as head coach. Meanwhile, Williams against the press, trying to draw a foul, could not. Kaliza now coast to coast the other way, is going to lay it in. Well, we're Bedford fans at least have become accustomed to that as the Bulldogs get a timeout here. Daniel Kaliza going coast to coast for the layup. Quiet tonight, though, just 5 points for the senior. Able to create, though, his own shot there, going left to right, coast to coast for the bucket. 11 the gap at 44-33 now. Bedford another timeout. Bulldogs still have, I believe, 3 remaining, while Trinity has 2. Remember, after the game, don't go anywhere. We'll take a look around the scoreboard. Quarterfinal action going on right now, and some tight ones starting to develop in the second half, including a 1-point game between Portsmouth and Winnicott. We'll give you that result. The winner of that game between the Clippers and Warriors face off here against either Trinity or Bedford. Other half of the D1 bracket. Tight game between BG and Alvern. And a tight one in Londonderry between the Lancers and the Timberlane Owls. So a lot to get to. That's all coming up immediately following the final horn here. Part of our post-game coverage on FNLNH Courtside. Nick and asked this with you. Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Trinity has led most of the way by as many as 16. They've got the ball here with an 11-point lead. Out of the timeout, Bedford looking to trap on defense. Meeker, bounce pass far sideline. Stoltz lobs it ahead for Naoma, who lays it in. Great job breaking the press. Naoma now with 5 points, or six, I think. Meanwhile, to Lacey, wild shot in the lane, can't get it to go. Tipped out of bounds back to Trinity. But the Lacey's left it all on the floor. Big part of the program the last few years. One of 8 seniors for Bedford. Or 7, I should say. Runner, no. Second try, Williams either draws a foul or commits the foul. Not sure. It's actually the latter. Williams called for a reach-in. So we'll walk to the other end of the floor for a 1-and-1. Now, Bedford does have that advantage. They've been in the bonus this whole fourth quarter. Just inside of 3 minutes to go. The hill still a steep one for the Bulldogs to climb. Down 13. Still a 1-and-1. 9 team fouls against Trinity. 8 on the other side against Bedford. Lafferty in and out. No good. Rebound Stoltz. A lot of missed free throws. Although just the first for Dylan Lafferty. Meanwhile, another timeout is called. Full timeout. This time, I think, by Trinity. As Coach Bike wants to draw it up. No, it was by Bedford. No, by Trinity. They have 1 left. Bedford still with 3 to go. Well, both of these coaches, two of the more respected young minds in the game across the Granite State. We talked a little bit about Coach Moreno, Coach Bike. Obviously, with family in the program, he's certainly invested. Took over for one of my former coaches, Coach Jim Mignault, a couple of seasons back. And really making the most of what he's got here. A young group led by an old head, the senior Royce Williams. 8-2 in the regular season and now looking for a 3-0 postseason record. They head into Durham. Can they hang on here for the final 2:49? Up 13 with the basketball. Facing a Bulldog full court press. Bike in a little bit of trouble against the double team. Leaves it for Meeker. Just gets it across midcourt in time. Williams will bank it in for two. Game high 16 for the senior Royce Williams. Bedford tried to keep him in check, but easier said than done. Meanwhile, Kuliza loses that one. Williams the rebound, long down the floor. Bike going to pull it out with the left hand and draw a foul. That'll stop the clock with 2:18 and put the Pioneers back to the line. Bike scored all 11 of his points before halftime. Chance to stretch things out. Hard to believe he's only a freshman. Free throw good. Meeker out. Gets a hand on the Trinity sideline. Dwan Ellis returns. Also, Bedford sub as well. Zimmerman checks out. With now 2 minutes and change to go, the junior will be back next year. Unlike 7 of his senior teammates. Three-pointer. DeLacy no, and then they roll it out of bounds as it hits the top of the backboard with 2:06 to go. Pioneer ball up 17, their largest lead of the game. Bike. Avoiding defenders, up the floor for Ellis, one time for Nyoma, and there's the layup. Nyoma with 8 off the bench, another timeout. Well, this one starting to get out of hand here, a 19-point gap. As the Pioneers have now scored 8 unanswered over the last several minutes. And it looks like Trinity is going to head to the Final Four for the first time since 2013. But, as is the Bedford character, they are not going to lay down. They are going to fight until the final horn. They've come back on with Ferrucci. Kuliza, Roberts returns. Graham and DeLacy, the 5 in white for Bedford. Roberts for Kuliza. High arcing 3 out of the corner. No. Roberts blocked on his way back up. Rejected by Williams. Bedford recovers. Kuliza deep on the wing. Draws a foul. Unnecessary reach by the freshman Nyoma there. And Kuliza, who's been contained tonight, just 5 points, was instrumental in the win over Central back on Monday with 17. An emotional kid. Goes hard at all times. Gets a free throw there. Meanwhile, Ellis out. Trinity comes back with Rosenthal. Second one for Kuliza is good. Bedford within 17. Bulldogs will call off the press here. Coach Moreno may be resigned to the fact that this one is not going to happen tonight. Minute 25, his team down 17. Jump ball. Good play by Ferrucci, just reached in and grabbed it. Forced the tie-up on Rosenthal. Bedford the possession arrow. An aggressive, never say die attitude by Ferrucci. He played well tonight. And a surprise start for Coach Moreno. DeLacy, second try. He's been balling in this second half as well. 9 of his 10. His team high, 10 points, coming since halftime. Still, though, a 15-point lead and now foul. He's going to send Tyler Bike to the line with just over a minute to go in this fourth quarter. Well, again, after the game, a look around the league. Winnicott and Portsmouth going down to the wire on the Seacoast. Londonderry and Timberlane in a tight one. And BG a slim lead going into the second half over Alvern. So all that to get to, plus a full recap here coming up after the game. Free throw good for Bike. 13, now 14 points after that 2-for-2 trip. We're down to 1 minute. Trinity by 17. Williams a steal on DeLacy. It's a 3-on-2. Rosenthal leaves it short with the right hand. Williams follows it up and in. 18 for Williams. And I would say unofficially he's got about 10 boards as well. Just to give you a nice sense of what he's meant for the Pioneers, not just tonight but all year. Meanwhile, Coach Bike can empty the bench. Nyoma, Stoltz, Rosenthal, Bike, and Williams all come off the floor. They're going to rest up for Wednesday. Job well done by that group who played the majority of the minutes tonight. As the bench is emptied here for the final minute, double dribble goes against Trinity. Graham backdoor. Roberts gets the layup. Good pass out of the high post. Roberts, a good game off the bench with 4. But that may do it. We're down to 10 seconds in Trinity. Getting ready to celebrate their quarterfinal victory. They will be in action in the Division I semifinals on Wednesday night at Oyster River High School in Durham. Final score here from Bedford. Trinity 56. Bedford 39, an impressive, almost wire-to-wire win by the visitors. As Trinity a perfect 3-0 now in this tournament, adding on top of their 8-2 regular season record. Bedford, they bow out after a 7-7 regular season campaign. Tournament wins over Central and Goffstown, but the road ends here tonight with a 56-39 loss. All right, we'll be back to recap and give you some final stats from this one. Also, a look around the tournament. We'll shape up that Final Four scene for you when we come back. You are watching Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire's coverage of the 2021 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Well, now is the time to take advantage of today's sky-high demand, low supply, and fierce buyer competition. The market is crazy right now, and bidding wars can be strenuous. Don't go at it alone. Let Lori D. Warner of Home Sweet Home, a RE/MAX company, guide you through the process. You need a trusted, licensed real estate professional in your corner. Let Lori D. fight for you. Call 603-664-9090 or email Lori, that's Lori, at djlorid.com. Is your company interested in showcasing your brand to thousands of high school sports fans across New Hampshire? If not, why not? And if so, let's go. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is seeking sponsorship partners. It's the perfect way for your company to get out in front of the moms and dads who make up our community. Help us help you, and we can grow together. If you're interested in partnering with Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, then email us at fnlnhmedia@gmail.com. That's fnlnhmedia@gmail.com. Join our team today. Well, it's gone final here in Bedford. Trinity outlast Bedford 56-39 and will face some competition in the semifinals. I'll tease the scores. I'll give them for you in a moment. But what a game. Trinity, after a somewhat slow start, saw things kick into gear late in the first quarter. They built up an 8-point lead, stretched that to 10 at halftime. It was 10 again late in the third, and then things mushrooming up to 19 in that fourth quarter before they settle on a 17-point victory, again 56-39. Trinity led by Tyler Bike in the first half. The freshman had 11 of his 14 before the break. And Royce Williams, who saw a lot of defensive attention from Bedford tonight, didn't matter. 11 of his 18 come after halftime. He was also a presence on the glass with 10 rebounds by my count as well. So Royce Williams, as good as advertised. Trinity, an 8-2 team in the regular season, going on to the Final Four for the first time since 2013. Bedford, a balanced attack as they usually get. 8 different scores. Only one in double figures. That was Joe DeLacy. He really went hard in that second half. Scored 9 of his 10 points after halftime. His classmate Daniel Kaliza, good effort, 8 points in the loss. Junior Andrew Zimmerman chipped in with 6, but not enough firepower tonight for Bedford, as Trinity kept the Bulldogs at arm's length throughout and come away with an impressive 56-39 victory. Elsewhere in the tournament, the Pioneers will face Winnicott on Wednesday night. The Warriors, they knock off Portsmouth tonight in Portsmouth and get it done. They had the overtime win back on Thursday over defending champion Exeter, and tonight they knock off Portsmouth 54-43, the final there. So it'll be the Warriors and the Pioneers on one half of the semifinal Wednesday night. We'll have coverage for you on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Elsewhere in Division I, Londonderry, big second half on their home floor. They eliminate Timberlane tonight, 69-41. First Final Four for the Lancers since they won the whole thing back in 2015. Also, BG headed to Durham tonight after a 54-40 win over Alvern. They eliminate the Broncos. Cardinals will face Londonderry. So the semifinals are set. In Division I, we'll see Trinity and Winnicott, and then Londonderry and BG. Not quite sure. Well, yeah, we do have the game times. 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Our coverage will begin at 4:45. Wednesday, March the 10th. And the first game will be Winnicott against Trinity. The second game comes your way at 7:30. We'll stay on the air and give you that one as well. A 7:30 tip between Londonderry and BG. That's all coming your way on March the 10th. All right. Want to thank Corey Parker and his staff here at Bedford for getting us all hooked up. Our friends over at BCTV, Bill Jennings, Harry Kozlowski, and his crew. We appreciate them over at WBNH for working with us here on Press Row. And, of course, those that make up the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire family. Videographer John Barron, who's doing a great job all season. You see Trinity celebrate down there on the floor. Our producer, back at the Beals Insurance Studios, is Ben Beals, working hard with the replays. And, of course, the executive producer overseeing the whole thing down in Florida is Steve Beals. My name is Nick Anastas, and I'm saying so long. Final score, final time. Trinity 56, Bedford 39. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire's 2021 coverage of the NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I Tournament presented by Beals Insurance. We will see you in Durham on Wednesday night. So long, folks.